Welcome to the mindless musings of friends while two of us play Stardew Valley.
Insert pineapple while I eat. So, Phil, tell us more about how much you love isekai.
I don't hate isekai, I just hate that Sword Art is popular.
Carol, would you like a list of mindfuck movies?
To add to my list?
Yeah. Might as well cross-reference here.
I mean, so I've already got like Society.
Fuck, I'll just link it in here.
Okay. I was up late and clicked on a video on YouTube.
That's not right.
It was,
Don't say anything.
Like 10 Korean horror movies that you absolutely must watch, or that define the genre or something like that. And I'm like, watch that, watch that, watch that, watch that. Only their number one pick I have not seen yet, and I'm like, I need to watch that.
Here we go. This is the full list.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you recording the call, by the way? What the hell?
Because I missed gold last night. Phil, can you read that?
Can I read that? There's every single one. You just double click it.
I
And it'll
can't
zoom
read
in.
any of it.
Just double click it, then drag it up to the top, and you can see. Then again, there's like a.
I can read 150 mindfuck movies.
Group by genre, sorted in alphabetical order: horror, drama, science fiction, history, action, crime, thriller,
Let me
comedy.
put on my reading glasses and see if I can read any of this.
Carol, I can't read
At the
this.
top.
Fantasy.
Alchemist Cookbook. Never. Excuse me. There was that. Annihilation. Really?
That's a phenomenal movie.
Oh, I guess you've seen
Might
it.
be a different movie than what I'm thinking. Oh, I've got to see Midsummer. The Mist. Well, you know why I can't do that.
Oh, Midsummer.
I have seen Blackcoat's Daughter.
Joe apparently says that one was like one of the worst experiences he's ever had of a movie.
The only good thing about that movie is the guy who played Cheaties in it.
Okay, so they've got Event Horizon on here, which is.
I mean, it is kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, look! One of your favorite movies, Phil.
Which one?
Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, great.
I've never seen Martyrs.
Hey, they got a rival on here. That's a good movie.
The Ritual? That wasn't that good.
The Cell. Was that the Christopher Lambert movie we saw?
No,
No, I think The
The
Cell is
Cell
the
has
one
Jennifer Lopez.
I was going to say, I think The Cell is the one where Jennifer Lopez is like telepathically
It's
stalking
actually
the killer.
really good. No, she's not. Well, she's linked like through a dream machine or something like that to a serial killer who's in a coma, and she's like a psychiatrist trying to find out where his last victim is before the victim dies. If I remember correctly.
Looper was kind of a
Looper was okay, but I just could not get over
like
Joseph Gordon-Levitt being Bruce Willis.
That's
No
the
amount of
elephant in the
plastic
room.
surgery could do that.
That's the elephant in the room. You got to kind of have to accept the fact that that's, not believable. You know what if they really wanted to make it believable, it should have been Tom Hanks versus his son playing the younger version of himself, Colin Hanks.
Could you imagine Tom Hanks playing, Killer for Hire, though?
He's a damn good actor.
I just don't think he'd take that kind of a role.
Interstellar, I kind of hated.
Yeah. Joe, you remember that character I like from Knights of the Old Republic to HK-47, the robot? There's a line that's on the image you are right now. I'd love it. Oh, statement. Oh, master, violence is never the answer. Violence is the question. The answer is always yes.
Is he just in the
Mr.
second one? I think
Nobody
he's in the
was-
first as well.
Oh, I love
Oh
him. I
my
love
god,
HK.
naked lunch.
We were sin naked lunch. You torturous. You made me sit through the director's cut, you monster.
I love you. You're my buddy.
Clockwork Orange. It's a classic.
Declaration, master. Let us make our own cantina with Pazak and Twi'leks.
Wait, they're really counting Clockwork Orange as an action movie?
I mean, it kind of is, considering what they do to, the main character.
It's action/crime, so alright. I can see the crime.
No, Joe, he's the protagonist. He's not the antagonist. Okay.
Moon is really good. Have we seen that?
To be
ever?
fair, this
Moon is great.
confusion from Joe is at least more understandable than where do waterfalls come from? Or
I
whatever
didn't
the
say
fuck it
where do
was.
waterfalls come from. I said, how do they not run out of water?
He did.
Rain, buddy.
Because the water cycle.
Yeah, but how does the rain keep up with the flow of the water at that extent? Because freaking gallons and gallons of water fall out of those things every day.
You can tell he's
Lots
from
of rain, buddy.
you can tell he's from the city.
Oh yeah.
I love him so much, but you can tell my buddy's from the city.
I'm from the burbs, you idiot. I'm as much from the city as Kieran is.
That's a good point. You ever played Dead Rising, Kieran?
Yeah, a lot.
Where do those convicts get that jeep in the middle of the park? And how do they get in and out of the park? Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember those assholes in the park and between whenever you wanted to go outside?
Yeah, I remember. Fucking Gone Guru by the Life Seeker.
Yeah, Gone Guru. I love it. That's a great song. Now,
Speaking
Kieran,
of, if you ever change your Skype ringtone again, go ahead and change it to that.
to Gone Guru. Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what, Kieran? They are a antagonist.
Mm.
That is definitely an antagonist. Those guys,
Oh, they're assholes.
and they don't have names.
But they're the focal character. They're the protagonist. They'll murder a million orphans, but they're the protagonist. Alright, where do we count the main character of Snowpiercer? The guy who ate a baby.
Guy who ate a baby. You know, the strange thing is, wasn't his name Marcus? Wasn't he in charge of a rebellion? What Carol has played recently? I don't know. He couldn't have any kind of connection to that.
I didn't even know that was my pick. First off, I didn't even know anybody's name.
Marcus, Wilford, Gilliam, was it? Gilliam?
I knew Tilda Swinton was Tilda Swinton. I knew was in it. I knew Chris what's his face was in it. Chris Captain America.
Yeah, Chris Evans. Baby eater. Steals cars, eats babies. It's a good job he retired as Captain America, isn't it? I mean,
Phil, he played Captain America for like 7 or 8 more years after that film. It's 2013.
I suppose it's better than ScarJo. ScarJo's a Scottish alien.
In what?
Oh, you've never seen Under the Skin?
Mm-mm.
So
What's
there's a psychological horror that Scarlett Johansson made in the very early 2010s, okay, called Under the Skin, where she is an alien, a gynoid, that is essentially touched down in Scotland. She gets involved with a very abusive piece of crap, and she kind of tries to make her escape from that kind of society. She realizes like Scotland is not the place to live.
Okay. I finished eating. I'll make my payment later. I kind of want to get it done now.
Okay, it's done now. There's only don't worry, this movie's only going to be like an hour and a half at best.
Yeah, but it'll take like 15, 20 minutes.
What's the movie?
Best you don't know.
Best I don't. know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just go into this one blind. Everybody who has recommended this movie ever has said like, don't like look up a single thing about it. Go into it blind. Expect nothing.
Well, I was just asking about the name of it.
The name is Society.
Okay. Does this
And
mean I have to quit out of Full Scene?
You can do if you want. I mean,
probably not. Because I'm pretty sure this is not going to be your cup of tea.
Garbage movie?
No, really good movie. But Cronenberg.
Oh, like horror kind of thing.
Body horror.
I've actually heard it's comedy.
Rated PG-13. Nudity, sex, content, drug use, violence, foul language.
Woo! We're in there.
Doesn't say horror, though.
There you go. When
That was something.
that was some.
Mhm.
What do you even call that?
Cronenberg.
Okay, what were they in the end? Were they demons?
No.
Okay, they're not demons. What are they?
Abominations. Which also
Basically.
kind of sounds like that movie was.
Or was it?
No, that really wasn't.
Cockneys versus Zombies is pure comedy.
A guy gets his face eaten off in the first 3 minutes.
And that is the most graphic part about it.
A guy gets a grenade in his mouth and exploded.
That was funny.
2 hours later.
I'm looking this up now. I don't know what they were.
Yeah, I gotta know. Especially what the hell they were doing at the end to like that guy Blanchett. Like, oof.
Absorbing him.
Look like they were eating him, but then like they were bonding physically
Basically.
with him.
Yeah.
Okay, shunting, physically deforming and melding with one another as they suck nutrients out of Blanchett's body. Okay, so that's what shunting is.
So are they like made out of putty?
He says like a different species. So okay, they were gonna eat Bill. That's what I can gather.
The whole hospital scene, though, he comes out. He's like a completely different person for a couple scenes.
I think he just had a brain snap because I was asking like, did he have a mental breakdown or something dealing with all that crap?
But why'd they bring his car?
I don't know. Well, the other guy survived, didn't he? They were going to eat them both. They were technically dead to the world. They were just going to eat them both at the party. Blanchett gets eaten, he does not, because they discovered the truth.
I'll never look at orgies the same way again.
Hey, you've never been in one yet, you girl's blouse.
Oh, God.
Oh my.
Was it worse than the one we witnessed in Faust?
I think the one in Faust was terrible because it was like, that was a horrific night watching that.
That
We
wouldn't
thought
end.
we'd have, yeah, that wouldn't end. We thought that was going to be fun the last half hour with like Jeffrey Combs. Nuh-uh.
And I
Well-
love Jeffrey Combs.
He was miscast in that movie. Like, let's be real, Jeffrey Combs is great. But Jeffrey Combs playing a badass New York cop, that's stretching. That's a stretch for me.
Well, he's only like 5'5", 5'6", something like that. He's actually a really short guy.
That's
And
not a-
he's always had a rather slight build. I mean, lately he's gotten a bit pudgier in his older age, but everybody does.
the prosthetic. I was just gonna tell Joe then that prosthesis of his dad is the ass.
Mm-hmm. I know, somebody got paid to make that. It's a shame they didn't go full on Good Place with him calling them demons. You racist. Using derogatory terms.
You demons are all racist.
You humans are all racist. Sir, you can't bring an explosive device on the bus.
Well, Carol was at everything you wanted.
And
Was it?
more.
And more.
This has been a weird week.
This is a strange one. This is definitely a strange one. Then again, from what everybody was always saying about this movie, it was always going to be a strange one.
No, I meant movie-wise this week.
Cognies versus Zombies. This. What
And-
did you pick?
The baby movie.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah,
Oh,
Snowpiercer.
yeah. Oof. Yeah, this was a strange week.
Anyone else want baby back ribs?
Not after this week.
We all need to make sacrifices here. Would you like yours well done?
Medium rare.
Medium rare, right?
He got third billing for that movie.
I mean, if there was an Oscar kind of award or whatever for best non sequitur, that movie I'd get it. No question. It's probably the best non sequitur I have heard in any movie ever.
I think it's just a great way of showing how out of touch he is, how amoral that character is. Because he really doesn't think the situation is oh, don't worry about it. So you have to kill a few hundred people and eat a baby. We've done worse in the front of the train.
Everyone's got their struggles. I mean, my section is kind of loud.
The fact that he's given this monologue in his bathrobe is just... It adds another layer to it to me. He just does not give a damn. I mean, maybe...
why should he? He's in the front.
I was actually...
Hey, you think that being at the front of the actual train, though, would be colder? Because it's like taking all the friction of the temperature, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. It is taking friction. Friction heats up surfaces.
Oh, okay.
This is also an imaginary baby-powered train, so who the hell knows how it works?
Going through a perpetual snow world?
I think the Happy New Year moment is the one that sticks out to me. Not as much as that anti-climax, for lack of a better word, but that and the school were the most memorable moments.
What happens if the train should stop? We all freeze and die.
This has been a weird week.
Oh, I'm thinking some of those shots from that movie. Ugh. Yeah, that old guy with the cigar is the creepiest thing about that movie, though. All of his facial expressions on camera. Ugh. Makes you feel vile thinking about it.
Why were they messing with him, making him think that he was in a he was in a conspiracy, but...
Well, he was, but they were trying to eat him the entire time on a certain date, I imagine. Yeah, they were trying to eat him, Joe.
Yeah, I know they were trying to eat him, but they mentioned there's nothing like the thrill of a hunt, implying that, they were hunting him.
They were serving the slugs earlier on as well.
I don't get this movie.
It's probably for the best.
This movie
On the
hurt me.
bright side, Joe, at least now you know where rivers come from.
No, he doesn't.
I never asked that question for the 50th time. Why the hell did you want
Yeah.
to watch this?
Because
Honestly,
it's been on the list forever.
yeah, it was on the list forever, and Carol brought it up a few weeks ago. Believe it or not, I actually learned the song to this movie before the actual trailer, anything regarding it. and I was like planning on singing it before the actual movie began, but I knew nothing. Like I went into that completely blind, just like you did.
At least it wasn't a Neil Braid movie.
Well, Jay Bauman said like go into this movie not knowing anything at all about it.
Wasn't Jay the one who defended feeders?
True. Definitely haven't seen a movie anything like this ever. The more I'm reading up on it now, apparently it bombed in the States, but in the UK it did quite well.
So apparently you guys like demonic orgies more than us.
Well,
We've had to witness the Scottish for decades.
and the Welsh, and the Irish, and the French,
Oh God, the French.
and the rest of the neighbours. And the Isle of Man.
Yeah, the less said about that, the better.
What's wrong with the Isle of Man?
They're special.
Gonna have to petition one day to get the name of the Isle of Man like renamed to something more accurate.
I like.
Isle of God's mistakes. I don't know.
Okay, explain to the Americans what's wrong with the Isle of Man or the people there.
What isn't?
They're special, Carol.
I mean, is this place known for like multiple generations of inbreeding? Therefore, all the family trees are shrubs.
No. They're just weird.
Carol, you don't get it. They're from the Isle of Man.
We got weird people everywhere,
I
man.
don't get it. You're right. I completely do not get it.
Okay, Joe, you said you'll never look at an orgy the same way again. What orgies have you witnessed?
My brain hurts right now.
Yeah,
We're really going here.
let's not.
Yes.
Like you freaking deflated me with that one.
What, would you rather he blow you back up?
No.
I mean, maybe don't use the word deflated then.
You know a movie I gotta watch again at some point, Joe? I gotta watch that third Star Trek movie.
Beyond?
Yeah.
Why?
It's been ages since I've seen it. It's like, what? 5 years? 6 years?
2017, I think?
There you go.
That was good.
Underrated.
I remember seeing that in the theater like 5 weeks after it came out. Nobody was there, and it was like a wonderful experience.
Oh, a really good movie in a silent theater, yeah.
Endgame was like the worst.
Oh, God.
People just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
I think Infinity War was my worst because like, you actually had crying children in there.
Good.
And I went with like 9 of my friends.
Let them cry. In fact, I think that WandaVision show's almost over. Like, only one more episode.
One season.
No, I think it's going to be a one and done. I'm more caught up with the Expanse, too. Those final 2 seasons are like a kick in the balls. But, like, in a good way.
So
A
it's
kick
like
in
The
the
Wire,
balls, but in a good way.
They do some pretty horrific things to certain characters, but it ends up creating good storytelling as a result.
That's no.
You're basically watching people you like suffer, but when it all adds up to something, it kind of was worth it.
I still question your choice of words, though. I would argue that there is no such thing as a good kick in the balls.
Well, if they were artificial balls, you wouldn't feel anything.
I mean,
Yeah, there are
Does
prosthetic
make any
testicles.
sense.
why are we doing this?
I'm pretty sure the nerve endings aren't necessarily just in the testicles themselves, but the skin around it.
I'm sure there's a prosthetic for that too. We have one for pretty much everything.
I'm pretty sure whichever way that you put it, being kicked in him isn't going to be fun. Or good in any manner.
Hey, you saw that old guy the other night get bitten in the wooden leg. Didn't bother him too much, did it?
Oh, good point.
It still wasn't exactly good. Now his leg has fucking teeth marks. It's kind of shit.
Get a new leg.
Vintage.
Yeah, but that's going to cost money. It'll take time. It's going to be stressful. Not good.
All right. Get somebody like Winry from Full Up Metal Alchemist to repair it.
That's an anime, Joe.
I'm sure there's people in the real world that fix prosthetics.
Again, time, money.
Ryuji, Morgana, calm down. Stupid cat.
I'm just saying I don't understand Joe, and for some reason, why he enjoys being kicked in the testicles.
I never said I did.
Pretty much did.
It's metaphorical.
So, Carol, how many videos of your Detroit Become Human have you still got to go? Now that you've met Sumo, the best character.
Isn't he though? I love Sumo.
Sumo attack. Rawr. Good boy.
Sumo attack, and he just like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Who's got a cookie? Never tackle him with a cookie.
Never actually act as if a Saint Bernard's going to do what you're telling it to do.
Sumo's so cute. I personally could not have a Saint Bernard. I couldn't deal with the drool. I could deal with the size, just not the drool.
What about, hey, here's one for you. Wait, I assume you've seen Beethoven, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that John Lithgow, by the way? I always get mixed up on this one. Is that John Lithgow who's the main
I
character?
don't
of
think
Beethoven?
so.
I've
Okay.
not seen Beethoven since I was like, I don't know, 8.
Might be getting mixed up with Harry and the Hendersons, because I know John Lithgow is in one of those two.
Harry and the Hendersons definitely is.
Okay,
John.
alright.
They made a sequel to Beethoven, really?
God, yeah, they made
yeah.
like a million of them. Dog movies, Joe. They cost nothing to make, and they make a million.
Actually, it's pretty expensive to use dogs because you gotta hire handlers and there's a whole lot to it actually. They have to be trained. Costs a lot of money. You gotta pay the people who train them pretty well.
Yeah, but they don't have to pay the writer shit because they don't expect it to be any good.
You know, you can actually pet that dog in that game, Carol.
Yes,
Oh, you found out. Okay.
pretty sure if you watched my video, you would have seen that I did.
No, I just got to the introduction of Sumo, and that was it.
One of the dumbest dog movies, in my opinion, is Air Bud.
Oh, Joe. Cop dog.
Okay, oh yes, Cop Dog, I forgot that.
I was like, oh, Joe Quigley.
Quigley's great. What are you talking about?
Oh, Joe. Like, the list could go on. There's freaking millions of dog movies.
There's no rule saying a dog can't play basketball.
Hollywood's looking at that, thinking to themselves, like, there's no rule saying we can't make a youth. No.
The cool thing about that is, though, the actual owner of that dog from Air Bud actually did teach his dog how to shoot hoops.
I mean, that's pretty adorable.
And it's a 3-legged dog, too. Or it was. I'm sure it's long since passed.
When did the movie come out?
97.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most golden retrievers die from cancer.
Oh.
That breed is especially prone to cancer.
Yeah, but Goldie's is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I think they made a donkey movie or a goat movie or something. They made a weird soccer movie like Air Bud, too.
Hey, wasn't the whole point of that retrospect for the cop dog thing like you can't do that with cats because cats can't be trained properly in that way?
Cats can be trained.
How many cats movies do you see?
I know
Right.
that cats can be trained.
I was
Well,
gonna say
that
like
long ago, you guys all watched Cats, right? So,
yeah, it was a bunch of people.
clues in the name.
Not really. In this case, but not really.
I mean, you're kind of proving Phil's point with that one, Kieran, because the cats in that movie were awful.
No, you gotta have a little bit more description so you can get your point across there. Let's put it this way: we trained Dame Judi Dench. She was the only one that could be trained.
Listen, we all love Judi Dench, and that movie made her bad, so... We all love Idris Elba, that movie made him bad.
Mr. McCavity.
Yeah, that
Why
movie.
do I know these names?
Because you made us watch the film!
I don't want to know these names. Why do I know these names? You son of a bitch.
I shouldn't know that McCavity is the Napoleon of crime, apparently.